All right, hi everybody. It's Alex Goff. I'm here with Haley Langan and Spiff Sedrick from Life University, and just coming off a really nice weekend in the DC area where you won 3 games. So things are looking good there. Tell me a little bit though about the value of that, going and finding difficult competition pretty much wherever you can look for it.
Yeah, the result was a win, but we didn't perform at the best of what we can do, so we are always looking to be better. So that's really the things that we did bad in DC we'll be carrying into Florida. We'll be refining that.
Yeah, and I think it's really nice to have the ability to play, women's D1 or the women's D1 elite college teams, and then also the WPL teams, because it just gives us a lot more opponents and a lot more different styles of the game to try and react off of. Yeah.
So Coach Chow has you playing pretty much every week, sometimes a couple of games, right? And you've got sevens slotted in there as well. And she's looking to really test you, right? Because you're, as you said, you're playing women's teams, you're playing high level teams. Is it physically draining? Is it preparing you exactly the way she wants? She's probably watching you give this answer, but it's pretty tough. I mean, in a good way.
Yeah, we focus a lot on winning the recovery battle. So right off the field, we're doing a recovery lap. We're doing stretching with our trainer and our S&C coach, and then we have diets that help us, maintain any type of.
Yeah.
Let me start over. My bad. No. I mean,
the food's fine.
The food is good.
It's the person picking the food, so like us choosing.
Yeah. Sorry, from the top?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that it's nice to be able to play a lot of different teams so that like our physicality can be tested, and that also then you can have a lot of people on the team get chances to play and opportunities. And I think those opportunities, it's always making you better and improving the team. And if you have a deep bench, you have a better starting line because everyone can like build off of each other in practice. And so, yeah, it might be tough, but that's rugby, I guess.
Yeah, it is mentally tough at times, like having to juggle being a student athlete.
Yeah.
That part is difficult, but it's what we all signed up for, and we love to do it.
You talked about everybody getting some time. You were able to get a lot of people time this past weekend, right? And how valuable is that?
It's amazing just getting enough game. We had 3 opportunities this weekend, just like 3 different lineups that we could pick, and within all of those games, we had so many combinations that we tried out.
Yeah, and just getting those opportunities to try the different combinations helps, everyone get better at their roles because they're working with like off of a lot of different people, and also helps us figure out, who has the best chemistry. Because at the end of the day, it's like which starting 15 has the best chemistry. It's not always about like who's the best, So.
Good. Traveling around, I know you're going to Florida, and then you're going to Texas. A lot of traveling, a lot of studying on the bus, right? A lot of doing tests, stuff like that. I would imagine, what's that like, trying to fit all of that in?
Well, I mean, you have to be open with your teachers, a lot of early communication with teachers, and getting tests in before you leave. And so not having as much study time as everyone else, or having to like put in a little extra work on the road, while you're on the bus, or waking up early before we eat breakfast as a team, to study. Like I tend to do that a lot because I can't really work on the bus. But
yeah, and a lot of the teachers here are very willing to work with you just because they do respect Coach Rouse so much, and having her approval in an email saying that where we are going and the schedule that we do hold doesn't offer much time for schoolwork. Yeah. So as long as we're on top of our work and we're responsible for our own work, then we usually get a pretty good result from teachers.
And I also feel like Coach Ross, out of like any of the coaches I've played for, is the most flexible when it comes to school because she's a professor. And so, just working with not only your teachers but your coach as well helps a lot. So.
Good. But you mentioned to me sometimes it doesn't go smoothly. So this past weekend, what happened there?
We were playing Penn State on Sunday, and our bus was parked on the street, not even like 30 meters away from where all of our stuff was, on the bench, and someone robbed our bus, and we lost probably around $25,000 worth of stuff, 14 laptops, a couple iPads, a few pairs of Beats.
There are a lot of laptops.
Wallet, some sentimental items that just cannot be replaced as well.
Yeah, that clothes, like duffel bags. One girl, like literally her whole bag got stolen.
The entire thing.
So,
that's terrible. And you mentioned you talk about schoolwork, the laptop. That's where you do your schoolwork. So, yeah, you have to immediately deal with that. And then you talk about personal items, like you said, can't be replaced. Things are things, right? But memories are something else entirely.
Yeah, it just sucked coming off of, like, we left early on Friday, so you missed Friday's day of school. You had to shove in, we're in midterms too, so you had to shove in all your midterms before Friday, and then we were gone the whole weekend. We got back at like 2 a.m. on Monday morning, and people had midterms like the next morning, and then to also then have to deal with not having a laptop and like finding a new one and calling like credit card companies and like everything like that, on top of the fact that now we're leaving again on Friday.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you seem to have a little bit of good humor about it. There really isn't a lot of time. Yeah.
It happened. We can't really do much except report what we did, and that's about it.
Yeah, just keep going.
Just got to keep going. Okay. Yeah, at some point, but you don't have time to really cry why me about it, do you?
Yeah, I think you get the 12 hours on the bus to do that.
We had our pity party. We're ready to move on now.
Everyone bought cake and cried over that.
That's good.
Oh no, I guess not everyone. I guess one. Okay, I did. I bought cake.
You went for cake. All right. I don't know. Cake seems to be a pretty good solution to that. Okay, so all of that is to prepare you to look ahead to the D1 Elite semifinals and final. And you've got the 4 teams. We've got the 4 teams that are in it. There aren't a lot, right? It'd be nice if we could get 6 or 8, but we got 4. And you play each other a little bit, but you really, for real, you play each other in a few weeks in April. How do you feel about those games? How important are those games to you?
I think it's hard to judge, where, like, what the competition is going to be like, because yes, we get to play them. I think we played Central Washington once and Lindenwood once and Penn State once in the fall. And then we normally get to play Penn State again in the spring. And so teams change a lot during that off season, I think, just having new people coming in and also just, getting back into the groove. Things just change. And so it is, Coach Ross tries to give us a lot of different and challenging teams to play against so that we can be prepared. It is hard though, because there is few competition that meets the competition of the Final Four. Yeah.
So we might do really well locally with certain WPL teams or certain club teams that we play pretty frequently, but then we get into semifinals and finals, and we're met with much heavier challenges that we don't get to see as often.